Hey everyone. Ever feel like, all those workouts, all those miles on the treadmill, they should be paying you back somehow?
Well, that's the question we're diving into today.
Exactly. We're taking a deep dive into HealthyCoin, this whole platform that's got everyone buzzing.
Yeah, they're really pushing this idea. Can getting fit actually, get you paid?
It's a bold claim, right?
For sure.
And what's got our attention is, it's not just another fitness app. What makes HealthyCoin stand out is this focus on weightlifting.
Absolutely. Our source for this deep dive is all about that weightlifting angle. And it's pretty interesting stuff.
Yeah, they go into how HealthyCoin works seamlessly with stuff you're probably already using, right? Your Apple Health, Google Fit, even your Fitbit.
Super convenient, right?
Totally. You just hit the gym, track your workout like normal, and HealthyCoin pretty much does all the rest.
Which, honestly, that's a big deal.
Oh, yeah.
You wouldn't believe how many people get tripped up by the little things,
Like what?
Like having to mess around with an app when you're trying to, catch your breath between sets, stuff like that.
Yeah, nobody wants to be fumbling with their phone in the middle of a workout.
Exactly. Even small barriers, they can really make or break whether someone sticks with a fitness program long term. So by making it as frictionless as possible,
Yeah,
HealthyCoin could actually be onto something here.
that's true. And speaking of things that take your breath away, we've got to talk about these HYC tokens.
Okay, yeah, the tokens. Break it down for me.
So it's not like you're just earning virtual badges or something, like some apps do.
Right, right.
With HealthyCoin, you're earning HYC tokens that you can actually redeem for real-world rewards.
Okay, I'm intrigued. What kind of rewards are we talking?
We're talking fitness gear, gift cards, even if you're feeling charitable, you can donate to charity with your HYC tokens.
Wow, so they're really trying to create this whole microeconomy around working out.
Right. It's like they're taking your sweat equity and making it tangible.
Fascinating. And there's a ton of research on how powerful external motivators can be. Like, there was a study from University Name. It found that people were way more likely to stick with exercising when they got actual tangible rewards.
Interesting.
Yeah, and it makes sense, right? It's like that little extra push. And this HealthyCoin system, it seems like it could really tap into that same psychological principle.
For sure. And what's really cool is our source claims that with HealthyCoin, you're basically getting paid to get stronger, specifically through weightlifting.
So we're not just talking about racking up steps here.
Nope, we're talking about building some serious muscle. And it's smart, right? They zeroed in on weightlifting. I mean, it's not always the trendiest workout, gotta say.
No, definitely not the trendiest.
But our source makes a really strong case for why weightlifting is so beneficial.
Yeah, for sure. There's a reason it's been a cornerstone of fitness for, oh man, I don't even know how long. Probably as long as people have been picking up heavy things.
Right.
It's not just about, looking buff,
Totally. It goes way beyond just the aesthetics.
Way beyond.
And the source, they break it down, right? They talk about how it's awesome for building strength, which, duh, but also for burning a ton of calories.
Right.
And just, leveling up your overall health.
Absolutely, yeah, all that stuff.
So even if we, completely forget about this whole HYC token thing for a second,
Right.
you're already getting a pretty amazing return on your investment just by, putting in the work.
Totally, 100%. It's like we're talking long-term benefits here,
Yeah.
right? Stuff like bone density, which is huge, especially as you get older.
So true. So important.
Better sleep, too. Can't forget about better sleep.
Who doesn't need more of that?
Seriously. And even mental clarity.
Really?
Yeah. They're finding that regular weightlifting can actually help with focus and all that cognitive stuff.
Wow. Okay, so we're talking body and the brain benefits.
Exactly. It's like the total package.
It kind of is, but what I thought was really interesting and super helpful, actually, were the 5 key tips they give for, really maxing out your weightlifting gains.
Oh, yeah. Okay, let's hear them.
And these are golden, even if you're not using HealthyCoin,
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so tip number 1, and they really, really emphasize this, which I appreciate, is form over weight.
Yes.
Always prioritize good technique, even if it means you're not lifting the absolute heaviest weight.
It's so important. I cannot stress that enough.
Right. Quality over quantity.
100%, yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen it so many times. People get a little too excited, a little too eager to pile on the weight.
All right.
And they sacrifice their form. And that is, oh man, that's how you get hurt.
Oh, I bet you've got stories.
Let's just say I've seen my fair share of pulled muscles, messed up backs, all that.
Ouch. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just not worth it.
Yeah.
It's so much better to start slow, take your time, really focused on perfecting your technique. And then as you get stronger, gradually start increasing the weight you're lifting.
Makes sense. Slow and steady.
Exactly.
Which actually leads perfectly into tip number 2, which is progressive overload.
Oh, yes. Love this one.
It sounds kind of intense when you say it like that.
It does. It does. But it's actually pretty cool once you understand it.
Okay, so break it down.
Basically, it's like, think of it like leveling up in a video game, right?
Okay, I like where this is going.
You're gradually increasing like the demands you're putting on your muscles, right? So whether you're lifting slightly heavier weights each time, or you're doing more reps, or even just like slowing down your movements to make them harder.
Interesting.
It's all about challenging your body beyond what it's used to.
So you're basically telling your muscles, like, get comfortable being uncomfortable.
Exactly. You got to push them out of their comfort zone if you want to see real, like, noticeable progress.
Yeah, no pain, no gain, right?
That's the name of the game. And that actually brings us to something that might seem, I don't know, counterintuitive, maybe. But it's so crucial. And that's tip number 3, rest and recovery.
Ooh, okay, I'm already liking this one. Tell me more.
We're talking about actually scheduling in downtime, like making it part of your routine.
So you're saying, like, rest days are just as important as workout days?
Absolutely. Because it's during those rest periods that your muscles actually, like, repair and rebuild themselves, right?
Yeah.
They're getting stronger even when you're not hitting the gym.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
So you're kind of like earning those HYC tokens even while you're, I don't know, binge watching your favorite show.
Now, that is a concept I can get behind.
Right. Earning while you rest. Who wouldn't want that?
It's like the dream. Okay, so we've got form, we've got progressive overload, we've got rest. What else does our source recommend for really maximizing those gains?
All right, so tip number 4 is all about awareness and accountability.
Ooh, get specific. So, like, keeping track of your workouts.
You got it. It sounds super simple, and it is, but it's crazy how effective it can be.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like whether you're a, pen and paper kind of person, or you love a good spreadsheet, or you're all about those fancy fitness apps.
Right.
The point is, by keeping tabs on those workouts, it helps you stay accountable,
Accountable to yourself, you mean?
Exactly. And you start to spot patterns in your progress. Like you figure out what works for you, what maybe needs tweaking, all that good stuff.
It's like instead of checking your bank balance for dollars, you're checking it for gains.
Exactly. You got it.
Okay, love it. So what about that 5th and final tip for maximizing gains? What's the secret sauce?
All right. So this one's all about keeping things fresh and exciting,
Ooh, I like where this is going.
Right. We're talking about variety, both for your mind and to your muscles.
Okay, so like mixing up my workouts.
You got it. Our bodies, they crave novelty,
Yeah.
They get used to the same old routine. So the source really emphasizes like shocking those muscles. And honestly, I couldn't agree more.
So how do I do that? Shock my muscles.
It's all about change. Switch up those exercises, change your rep ranges, even mess with the tempo of your lifts. Faster, slower,
Interesting. So it's about like keeping your body guessing,
You
basically.
keep it guessing. Keep those games coming. Exactly.
I love it. Okay, so we've covered a ton of ground here, right? The ins and outs of HealthyCoin, how it tries to motivate you, even some pretty awesome weightlifting advice. But you know me, I'm always like looking at both sides of the coin here,
I
right?
always got to stay skeptical. Right?
Exactly. So is HealthyCoin all sunshine and HYC tokens, or is there like another side to this whole thing?
That is the million-dollar question, isn't it? And that's where that critical thinking we were talking about, that's where it really comes into play.
Okay, so what are you saying? Like, don't just take the HYC and run.
Well, not so fast.
Mm-hmm.
Our source, they're obviously pretty gung-ho about HealthyCoin, and that's cool, but it's a good reminder for all of us, right? We got to stay vigilant. We got to learn to separate the marketing hype from, like, actual factual information.
Yeah, they're definitely trying to sell us on this whole concept, right?
For sure. So we got to ask ourselves, what are we really signing up for?
Right, right. Like, what should we be looking out for? What are the red flags?
Well, data privacy is a big one, right?
Oh, yeah, of course.
I mean, HealthyCoin is tracking all your workouts, right?
Right.
Which means they're collecting data on you, right? How often you work out, what kind of workouts you're doing,
Mm-hmm.
potentially even your location if you're using GPS tracking. So before you sign up, take a good look at their privacy policy. Really dig in.
Okay, so, like, what should I be looking for?
Find out how they're using your data.
Yeah.
Right? Are they selling it to third parties? Can you limit what they collect? These are all important questions.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's like our data is valuable.
Yeah, it's super valuable.
Okay, what about the tokens themselves? These HYC tokens, how do we even know, like, what they're really worth. It's not like they're traded on the stock market, are they?
Right, exactly. Like a $5 gift card after a month of sweating might not be that motivating for everyone. So I think it's smart to, really look at those redemption options.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Can you actually get something you want for those tokens?
Yeah.
Something you value. And what about the long term? Is there any reason to think those tokens will become more valuable down the line, or could they, completely tank?
So many things to consider. It's almost like overwhelming, Like, I want to believe in this whole thing, this idea that we can earn rewards for getting fit.
Right. It's a cool idea for sure.
But I also want to be smart about it.
Absolutely, you have to be.
So what's the verdict? Would you, like, personally, would you trade your sweat for tokens?
Honestly,
Okay.
I'm not sure. The jury's still out for me.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely intriguing, and I get the appeal, especially like if you're someone who needs that extra push, that extra incentive to stay motivated.
Yeah, for sure.
But it also makes you think, right? Like, what if this whole reward system, what if it became the norm? Wow, yeah. What if we lived in a world where our health data was directly tied to our earning potential, or even like our access to certain services? It's kind of wild to think about.
It's like we've stepped into some kind of sci-fi movie, but for fitness buffs.
I know, right? It's both exciting and a little terrifying at the same time.
Totally. Well, I think that's a perfect place to wrap things up, don't you?
I think so, yeah. We've given everyone a lot to chew on.
Definitely. So if you're out there listening and, your interest is piqued, you're curious about Healthy Coin, maybe want to decide for yourself if it's the right move.
Check it out.
We'll link to all the source material for this deep dive in our show notes so you can explore further.
Do your research.
Exactly. And until next time, keep those gains coming, everyone, whether they come with HYC tokens or just the pure satisfaction of a good workout.
That's what it's all about.